On the morning of January 17, 1942, in the racism-stricken streets of Louisville, Kentucky, Cassius Marcellus Clay, Jr. was born as the son of a sign painter and a domestic worker. He actually became a boxer as a result of an injustice. At the age of 12, while crying and saying, "I'm going to whip whoever did it." After his red bicycle was stolen, police officer Joe Martin told him, "You better learn how to fight first," and he stepped through the doors of a boxing gym. No one knew that day that this skinny kid would one day possess the world's strongest chin. While winning over 100 amateur matches, he was already putting psychological pressure on his opponents by saying, "I'll knock you out in the 4th round." When he won the gold medal at the 1960 Rome Olympics at just 18, he thought he would be a hero to all of America. However, being kicked out of a whites-only restaurant upon his return caused a rupture in his soul. That night, in a fit of rage, he threw his gold medal into the dark waters of the Ohio River. When he turned professional and faced the destructor, Sonny Liston, in 1964, he ended the night that no one believed in with shouts of "I shook up the world." Right after the match, he announced to the world that he had joined the Nation of Islam, abandoned his slave name Clay, and became Muhammad Ali. By 1967, Muhammad Ali found himself confronting not only his opponents but also the US government. When called to the army for the Vietnam War, he refused to go, stating, "I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong. They never called me nigger." This decision cost him dearly. His championship title was stripped, his boxing license was revoked, and he was sentenced to 5 years in prison. He stayed away from the rings during his prime years, between the ages of 25 and 29, remaining penniless but transforming into a folk hero by giving speeches at universities. When he returned in 1971, his speed had decreased slightly, but his endurance had increased. In his first fight back against Joe Frazier, he suffered the first defeat of his career and a broken jaw. This was the first major physical trauma to his body. However, in 1974, in the scorching heat of Zaire, he shocked the world once again in the Rumble in the Jungle. Against George Foreman, he used the rope-a-dope technique against Foreman's sledgehammer punches. He leaned against the ropes, absorbed hundreds of heavy blows to his body, exhausted his opponent, and knocked him out in the 8th round. This match was one of the moments of most intense concussion that would later lead to Parkinson's in Ali's body. The Thriller in Manila match against Joe Frazier in the Philippines in 1975 was the most brutal encounter in boxing history. When the match ended, Ali said, "It was the closest I've come to death." Every blow he took to the head during this match caused irreversible damage to his brain tissue. He won back the title for the 3rd time in 1978, but his body was now sounding the alarm. His speech had slowed down, and his hands had begun to shake slightly. After losing to Trevor Berbick in 1981, he had to hang up his gloves. When doctors diagnosed him with Parkinson's in 1984, it wasn't just old age. It was the result of an estimated 29,000 blows to the head he had taken throughout his career. This condition, known scientifically as dementia pugilistica, condemned him to silence. But he did not give up. In the 1996 Atlanta Olympics, while the whole world held its breath, he proved that pain and disease could not destroy a legend when he lit that giant torch with trembling hands. When he closed his eyes to life on June 3, 2016, at the age of 74, he left behind not just boxing statistics, but the greatest victory won against racism, war, and disease.